Hello, Media Arts 1, 2, and Independent Studies students. So I'm going to be showing you in this video the mini project that we completed and started for the dates of October 21st and 22nd for both A and B days, so that's Wednesday and Thursday. So now that you've supposedly turned in your advancing shading techniques video WebQuest journal pages, I'm now going to have you guys jump into the assignment. So the assignment is this. You are going to be creating an original drawing of the same subject as your pre-assessment. So remember, the pre-assessment is the one where you picked and drew a drawing from either portrait, perspective, or anatomy. And so this last week or so, I've been having you view videos in the topic of your choosing. So drawing materials for this assignment are going to be either your graphite pencil kits, or your ebony pencil. It's up to you. However, the media should enhance the image. So your final drawing needs to include the following. It needs to have a subject that needs to be in either portrait, anatomy, and perspective. So it's either one of those three topics from the advancing shading techniques video WebQuest document. All of your subject matter needs to have three distinct value shades that are approaching three-dimensional, because remember, I am having you further develop and practice your understanding of value shading and how it relates to form and structure. Your subject needs to have an established setting. So in other words, foreground, background, and midground. Give me an idea of where your object is sitting, laying, resting. Where is it? So give me a plane of existence. Your drawing needs to have one source of light. That one light source is going to determine where your shadows are going to be falling or resting, regardless of the topic that you have chosen, either it be portrait, anatomy, or perspective. This is going to be in black and white, and the final draft is going to be completed on one of the 9 by 12 inch drawing papers. So it is the paper that is in your art kit that feels the closest to your sketchbook paper. I'm going to move my video here. And then also, just like the previous assignment, you need to make sure that you document your progress or your work. So you're going to be submitting a photo of your pre-assessment. You already have that done, so that should be easy. You're going to include a photo of your rough draft sketch, 2 reference photos. So just like before, you're going to give reference photos that prove to me that this idea didn't come to your head, but that you got it from somewhere else, because drawing from reference is harder than drawing from what is in your head. You're going to give me a 1 mid-progress photo and obviously a final photo. This is going to be due on a Wednesday of November 4th, so that is 2 weeks from now. This is the rubric that I'm going to be using to evaluate you. I'm going to move my camera up again. So just like the previous assignment, I'm going to be looking and seeing where your understanding of value and form is. So to get full points, which is a full 25 points, all objects have to have 3 distinct value shades that blend and smoothly transition throughout the entire piece. All subject matter appears three-dimensional with value shading. Finished piece has an established setting. Final image has 1 light source. So that ticks all the boxes of what I'm looking for in your final draft. The thing that, if you're like, you give me some value shading, you're going to get about probably like 10 points, or 10 points. If less than half the artwork has 3 value shades, so if all I see is a light shade and a shadow, that's technically 2. Okay, so that's going to be evaluated in the barely meets category. So it's 1 tick off from the does not meet. Or more than half the art elements are flat without any defining shadows, or all objects only have 2 value shades. Okay. The newest thing I had to add to the rubric is photo quality. Because previous assignment, I've been receiving a lot of grainy or really shadowy or really blurry photos. So to receive full points for photos, here's the newest line. Photo quality is clear, crisp, and not blurry. And so if we look at the barely meets category, which is 1 column off from the does not meet, photo quality is blurry and or grainy in most of the submitted photos. Then however, let's say you did submit all your photos, I have to be able to see clear pictures of your artwork, because if I have a hard time kind of looking at your work, I'm going to have a harder time evaluating you based on a grainy photo. So it's really important that you give me clear, crisp, not grainy or blurry photos. And the biggest thing that is different about this assignment is, before I had you guys include your artist statement with a separate assignment. Now I'm just going to have you guys turn in your photos, all of your photos and your artist statement in one place. I did it in 2 separate places last time because I wanted to take the time to kind of like teach you and show you what an artist statement is. Now we relatively know what an artist statement is, we are going to be including it with all of our pictures. So that is the biggest difference from this assignment to our last assignment. Okay, so here's the mini project that I want you guys to turn in. So for about 15-20 minutes, I want you to come up with 3 rough draft sketches of potential ideas of what you want to do with the assignment. So here's the example. Let's say you wanted to do perspective, right? You've been watching videos on perspective. You've been really thinking about it. So you're like, okay, well, now I have to make an assignment using perspective. The first thing you need to figure out is for perspective, this is just an example, is you got to figure out what you're going to do. Are you going to do interior or exterior? Then you got to decide if you want to do 1 point, 2 point, or 3 point. Okay, you got to think of these certain things. Depending on your topic, you have to ask yourself certain questions. Like for portraits, am I going to be drawing male or female models? Another question possibly could be, am I going to be drawing full front? Am I going to be drawing profile? Am I going to be drawing 3/4? These questions you'll need to think about because you've seen a variety of examples of how to do portrait, how to do anatomy, how to do perspective. If you have any questions, feel free to email me or texting me through the Remind app. Other than that, good luck.